NFL Week 13 is officially upon us, and you know what that means here at the DFSG Plus channel. We've got touchdown props on deck. So let's roll that intro, waste no time, and get right into the plays. Welcome back to the DFSG Plus channel. On this show, my name is Axton Harding, and I am your host. And each and every week, I've just been laying out a handful of players in which I'll be placing a little bit of cash on to score a touchdown on any given week. And I lay out my research, and if anything speaks to you guys, feel free to tail. Otherwise, we're just providing a source of entertainment for each week of the NFL season. Try to add a little bit of extra fun to your Sunday football. So let's jump right into our 4 plays for Week 13 of the NFL season. We'll start off here with Jaylen Warren with an anytime touchdown at plus 140. He plays at home this week against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills have been extremely generous to the running back position all year, allowing the most touchdowns to the position for the year and second most over the last month. There's 14 touchdowns given up for the entire season and 5 over just the last 4 games. Running backs just tend to have their way with the Bills' defense, and they've also allowed a top 3 amount of yards to the position for the year and even over the last month as well. Jaylen Warren is also the guy that Pittsburgh tends to use when they get in close. He's got 9 attempts inside the 5-yard line, with 3 of those attempts converted for touchdowns. He's caught his only reception inside the red zone and converted it to a touchdown as well. He's got 11 more touches inside the 20 than Kenny Gainwell, who would be his only potential competition for this touchdown. So I think Jaylen Warren is likely to find pay dirt again this week. There should be plenty of opportunity there. Then we've got Troy Franklin, our second play this week, with an anytime touchdown at plus 140. That updated this morning. He plays at the Washington Commanders this week. Washington has been weak at guarding the receiver position all year long. They're tied for the 5th most touchdowns allowed to the wide receiver position on the year with 13, and they're also tied for the 3rd most touchdowns given up over the last 4 weeks with 5. They've got a young secondary that just can't quite contain opposing wide receivers. The best part about this is that Franklin isn't even the leading receiver, so he won't be guarded by Washington's top corner. Then also the red zone usage, get this. He's caught 11 of 14 targets inside the 20 and converted 4 of those to touchdowns so far this season. He's second on the team with red zone targets is Courtland Sutton, and he's only caught 3 of them. So it's clear that Troy Franklin is the favorite when they get in close to find the red zone or find the end zone, and he has converted on a healthy amount so far this season. So this spells for a nice matchup and price on Troy Franklin to score a touchdown this week. Our third play this week, we've got Quentin Johnston with an anytime touchdown at plus 175. He plays at home this week against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders have been awful on defense much of the year, been pretty inconsistent all top to bottom. They're tied for 5th most wide receiver touchdowns given up on the year with 13. Recently, they've been a little bit stingier, just 4 wide receiver touchdowns given up in the last 4 weeks, but they haven't played much wide receiver competition. They've been playing the Cleveland Browns, Denver Broncos, Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas, of course, scored 3 of those 4, and Jacksonville was missing Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas, and Jacoby Myers at that point, so they didn't have a whole lot to go on. Denver's not exactly known for scoring an ample amount of touchdowns to the wide receiver position, much like Dallas just, again, scored 3 of those 4 in the last 4 weeks. So, again, they haven't played too much competition in terms of the wide receiver position, and so this Los Angeles team is going to bring a little bit more firepower against the Raiders this week. So with Johnston not being the leading target earner, he typically gets leftover defensive backs who are exploitable in coverage. No, he's no stranger to getting big plays on getting a big play touchdown on broken coverage. He's got 10 red zone targets this season, and he's converted on 3 of them for a touchdown. He also has a number of touchdowns from outside the 20 on those broken coverages as well. Las Vegas's inconsistency in coverage presents a nice opportunity for the Los Angeles Chargers receivers this week. Keenan Allen has really seen a dip in usage since the start of the season, so we'll look for Quentin Johnston to break a long one for a score this week. If not, it's probably going to be like a Ladd McConkey kind of thing. So I think somebody, if not both of these guys on the Chargers, are going to score this week or have a good opportunity at the very least. Now, our last play this week is a nice juicy one. We've got John Metchie with an anytime touchdown at plus 340. He plays at home this week against the Atlanta Falcons. I was honestly surprised with the price on this one, considering Metchie's usage with Wilson out and Tyrod Taylor under center. He's got 7 targets from Tyrod with the touchdown from both he and Justin Fields over the last couple of weeks. He's really the only receiver in this wide receiver room who's performed with Garrett Wilson out. He's converted one of his one and only red zone targets since playing full-time snaps over the last couple of weeks with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. He converted that one red zone target for a touchdown to go with much more attention in the passing game. He's seen 7 targets again from Tyrod last week. I think his attention is going to lend well to the matchup in this one. Specifically, the matchup against Atlanta is a deceiving one because off the rip, you think Atlanta should be good in coverage, but the numbers tell a different story here. They're tied for 6 most touchdowns given up to wide receivers on the year, and also second most to the position over the last month with 6. I like the trend for Metchie's attention coming with his drastic jump in snap count over the last couple of weeks, leading into week 13, and you pair that with a nice hot price for an anytime touchdown. I think we've got a nice opportunity to cash in on this plus 340. So I think he's got a good opportunity to do it again this week. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up here. Round it out with Jaylen Warren, anytime touchdown, at plus 145. Troy Franklin with an anytime touchdown at plus 140. Quentin Johnston's anytime touchdown is plus 185. And then we've got John Metchie with an anytime touchdown at plus 350 this week against the Atlanta Falcons. So that's going to do it for Week 13 touchdown props. I hope you guys were able to find this valuable. If you liked my case for any of these, please feel free to tail any one of these and throw it in the comments. Or if you have a good play as well, throw that in there. We can help each other make a little extra cash. We came away with 3 out of 4 last week and remained pretty profitable. So we're hoping to continue that trend and put a little extra scratch in your pockets for Week 13. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you back next week for Week 14 touchdown props.